At the beginning of the drama, we see the male lead, Shun, who is a partner in a very big law firm and also a successful lawyer with a very powerful personality. He has never lost a single case to this day, and his name is also on the list of the country's top 10 lawyers, which is a huge achievement for him. After this, we see his assistant, who is the main lead of this drama, Cheni. These two were also classmates at one time and studied law at the same college. At that time, Cheni had very big dreams for her future, and all of them came true, but not for her, for Shun. And today, Shun is so successful that Cheni's monthly salary and his 1-hour salary are exactly equal. And what's even worse is that Shun, now her boss, orders her around all the time. And poor Cheni, who always wanted to defeat him since their college days, has now eventually lost to him very badly. And as hot and handsome as Shun is, his tantrums are even bigger. He behaves quite rudely and coldly with his colleagues and seniors. One day, a very high-profile meeting is taking place, and Cheni is outside, listening to their conversation with her ear to the door. She thinks, if I can somehow stick with Shun on the new case, then I'll also get some commission. Shun, sitting inside, sees her doing this and gets angry with her. Cheni thinks, what if he fires me from the job? So she goes to his cabin, calling him boss, and speaks to him sweetly. But Shun doesn't reply to her, so Cheni, switching to her college fellow mode, leaves in anger. The next day, we find out that Cheni's boyfriend, Chong, is coming back today after 4 years, having gone abroad for higher education. For this special day, Cheni had taken a leave a month in advance. But today, Shun has to work on a very urgent case, and he cancels Cheni's leave and asks her to collect evidence, due to which Cheni's whole day is spent on this work. And then we also find out that Shun tracks Cheni and keeps an eye on her location all the time. After this, Cheni somehow requests him and gets permission to go on a dinner date with her boyfriend in the evening. Later, as she's entering the party, the security guard there stops her because Cheni is wearing very formal shoes. But then her boyfriend, Chong, makes a heroic entry into her life after so many years. He buys the heels from the security guard at double the price, makes Cheni wear them, and takes her into the party with him. After seeing this, Chong seems like a very caring type of boyfriend. Just as they are talking, Shun also suddenly arrives there and says to Cheni, you are my assistant, so please fix my tie. And as Cheni is about to fix his tie, Chong stops her and starts fixing the tie himself. Later, when the party starts, we find out that Chong is the legal director of a very big company, and his company has recently bought new shares and has taken on a huge case, which Shun's company will fight against them. This is a very high-profile case. After this, Chong's boss, Lan He, insults Cheni and Shun very badly in front of everyone. Cheni is a very soft-hearted girl, so she feels very bad about this. On the other hand, when we talk about Shun, he has a very strong opinion and a strong mind. So he goes in front of everyone and handles the situation very well. Then he takes Cheni's hand and leads her out of there. After this, Chong also follows them outside and tries to talk to Cheni. But Cheni has now realized that her boyfriend used her for his job, because during their conversations, he used to find out information related to Shun's company's strategy from her over the phone. After this, Cheni gets very angry at him for deceiving her, and in the end, breaks up with him. She also says, I know that you and your boss, Lan He, are together, but don't forget that Shun and I are also together. Hearing this, Shun says, what are you doing? Cheni says, I mean, we're together professionally. After that, she takes off the heels Chong bought for her and throws them away. During this, she falls into the water. Shun could have saved her from falling, but he was more worried about the evidence in the bag, that it might get damaged. After this, Cheni keeps crying all the way back. Shun gives her his coat, and Cheni starts wiping her nose in tears with it. Seeing this, Shun gets angry. I gave you my coat to wipe the bag, so the papers wouldn't get spoiled due to the water, but you're using it to wipe your tears? Hearing this, Cheni glares at him. Shun smiles and quiets down, saying, why do you keep switching to college fellow mode? Later, as Cheni gets out of the car to put some documents in the office, Shun asks her to wear his shoes. Seeing this, we realize that Shun is actually very caring somewhere deep down, but for some reason he behaves so rudely on the outside. After this, when Cheni goes to the office to put the documents, another office colleague is sitting there who probably steals that document. This causes a huge problem because when a senior member finds out about this, he says Cheni did not fulfill her responsibility properly, so she should resign from this job now. But Shun tries hard to save her, and they have a big argument about it. During this, Cheni also arrives there and overhears their conversation. She comes inside and very calmly starts talking about leaving her job. Lu Xun stops her and tries to explain, but she doesn't listen to anything and leaves. After that, she stands alone in a quiet place, looking at the ring her father gave her. She thinks about when her father gave her that ring. He had said that this ring can turn defeat into victory, but Qian Wei doesn't believe this at all. She just cries, remembering her father. The next day, she is drinking in her law college's canteen when Lu Xun also arrives. He then tries to explain things to her, not as a boss, but as a classmate, and says, "Come back to the job. I will fully support you because I know you haven't done anything wrong." Just as Lu Xun is encouraging her, all their classmates come there and take them to a spot where everyone had collected their wish lists in a bottle, which they were going to open after 11 years. After this, their teacher comes there and says, "I've gone bald teaching all of you, but most of my hair fell out because of Qian Wei, because she was the most mischievous." Hearing this, everyone starts laughing. Later, when Qian Wei opens her wish list, poor her. Not a single one of her wishes has come true. Whereas looking at Lu Xun, it seems like all his wishes have been fulfilled. But that's not the case at all because he has everything in his life except for romance. And here we find out that Lu Xun has been single for 10 years, which is why he also added a girlfriend to his wish list. Then we find out that 10 years ago, Lu Xun had a girlfriend named Zixin, but Qian Wei caused their breakup by putting her brother, Qian Chuan, between them. In the next scene, Qian Wei is sitting sadly at home because not a single one of her wishes came true. But then, something happens. She suddenly falls into the water, and as soon as she touches the ring given by her father, she reaches a different time frame. She then realizes that this is the time when her law college entrance exam was happening. At first, she doesn't believe it, so she gets up and even checks her teacher's hair. Her teacher's hair is perfectly fine because, in reality, her teacher was now bald, so she understands everything and becomes very happy. She decides that she will not let herself live as the loser she is now and will fix everything. And she will set her life again, and this time, she will never let Lu Xun win against her. After this, Qian Wei notices that her father is also still alive, so she becomes very happy. Whereas when the time comes again when she met Li Chong, she regrets meeting him, and this time, she beats him up and drives him out of her life. Later, her father is not feeling well, so she tells him to get a checkup. Just then, Lu Xun also arrives and helps Qian Wei with this, as his mom is a doctor. After this, Qian Wei remembers that her father loved cherries very much, and that time he died without eating cherries, which Qian Wei deeply regrets. Then she decides that today she will bring cherries for her father. She takes money from Lu Xun's wallet and says, "I will return this money to you soon." Then she brings cherries for her father, who becomes very happy seeing them. Later, when Lu Xun finds out that Qian Wei borrowed money from him for an important task just to buy cherries, he gets very angry with her and says, "I want my money back soon." Hearing this, Qian Wei makes a face and thinks, whether it's 2011 or 2022, Lu Xun has always been annoying. After this, she sits at home, researching Lu Xun, how he became such a successful lawyer so quickly. Then she understands that Lu Xun had joined many societies as soon as he arrived, and most importantly, he had also joined the debating team, of which he also became the captain. And then by impressing Professor Zheng, he secured his seat in a law firm even before graduation. In this way, he had secured his future. After this, Qian Wei thinks, now, I will do all these things before Lu Xun and claim his bossy future for myself. Then she decides that this time she will not let anyone come between Lu Xun and his girlfriend, so that Lu Xun remains entangled in love and goes from being a hero to a zero. Because Qian Wei had made the same deadly mistake herself by falling in love with Li Chong, as she focused more on Li Chong than on her career. She regrets this to this day. In the next scene, their admission results come out, and this time, Qian Wei comes in first instead of Lu Xun, which means her dream has started to come true. And after this, the election for the class monitor is held in college, and Qian Wei easily wins this too, which greatly increases her popularity in the class. And poor Lu Xun gets sad. After this, Qian Wei keeps an eye on Lu Xun in the library to make sure she doesn't miss any important books that Lu Xun reads, and because of which he always tops the college. In the next scene, Qian Wei says to Lu Xun, "You are very boring, so make your life a little more interesting. I say you should get a girlfriend because my guess is that if you don't get a girlfriend now, I will see you crying and single even after 11 years. Lu Xun is not bothered by the fact that he will still be single after 11 years, but rather by the fact that Qian Wei will still be chasing him after 11 years and will see him suffer. After this, Lu Xun says to her, "Do you always crack stupid jokes? Why don't you stay away from me? Why are you always after me? You just keep messing with my head whenever I see you. Don't tell me I'm your crush." Hearing this, Qian Wei gets angry and says, "Go to hell! You're not good-looking enough to be my crush." Saying this, she leaves. Poor Lu Xun, running his hand through his hair, says, "I am so handsome." Then why is she talking to me like this? Her eyes must be bad. In the next scene, Qianwei and her friends make a mistake in college, for which the teacher gives them the punishment of running laps around the college ground, and Lu Xun is made their watchman so that they complete their punishment properly. But in the middle, Qianwei pretends to be tired, so Lu Xun comes to her and asks how she is, and Qianwei pretends to faint even more. But Lu Xun understands her act, so he picks her up on his shoulder and says, "You will have to complete this punishment, no matter what," and then he starts running the college laps while carrying her on his shoulder. After this, in the evening, Qianwei and all her friends, including Lu Xun, are sitting together tired. There, Qianwei and Lu Xun start talking and joking a lot, which leads to a very good understanding between them. Then we see that in her quest to defeat Lu Xun, who knows where Qianwei's story is heading? The next step in college is to become the captain, and among those conducting the interviews for entry is Li Chong. This means that fate is again not letting Qianwei avoid Li Chong. But in today's interview, Professor Zhang is also present, so Qianwei tries to impress him, in which she succeeds, and that was her mission. And now their debates begin, and after many rounds, the winner will become the captain. After this, the final round takes place, in which Lu Xun and Qianwei are left face to face, and the topic of that debate is money versus love. This debate gets quite heated, and in the heat of the moment, Qianwei says to Lu Xun, "You're taking the side of love so much. You, who has never even held a girl's hand." And then Lu Xun gets angry and says, "And you're talking about money as if you're some big businesswoman." After this, Qianwei also gets angry and is about to say something. But just then, the teacher announces, "Today's debate ends here, and right now you both are at equal points. And when the final round happens tomorrow, it will be decided who will be the college captain." After this, we see Li Chong secretly approach Qianwei and tell her tomorrow's debate topic. But when Qianwei shares this with Lu Xun on the phone, she finds out that the topic was secretly told to both of them. The next day, they both report this to the professor. Actually, honesty was their next test, and they both pass it. Therefore, they both become winners. And now this time, 2 captains are selected in the college. This makes Qianwei and Lu Xun very happy. In the next scene, Li Chong is trying to talk to Qianwei, but Qianwei is ignoring him because she doesn't want to fall in love with Li Chong again this time and get betrayed later. After this, Li Chong goes after her and asks for the reason for ignoring him. She says, "You and I are very different from each other, so we can never be together. Please, stop following me." This makes Li Chong very upset. After this, as Qianwei is walking in the rain, Lu Xun also follows her and starts to take off his coat. Qianwei thinks, "How nice Lu Xun is, he is taking off his coat to protect me from the rain." But Lu Xun takes some important papers from Qianwei's hand, wraps them in his coat, and says, "Don't you have any sense at all getting such important papers wet in the rain?" Hearing this, Qianwei gets very irritated and says, "You have always been a very mean person." Later, when Qianwei goes home, she remembers that in the past college days, Li Chong had given her many sticky notes in which memories of his love were embedded. That's why Qianwei had previously made a file of those sticky notes for memory. So when Qianwei thinks about all the past memories, she gets very upset. Just then, Lu Xun comes to give her some reports, and when he sees the sticky notes given by Li Chong in Qianwei's hand, he hides the cold medicine he brought. He had brought it for Qianwei. From this, we understand that Lu Xun has started to like Qianwei somewhere. In the next scene, Qianwei finds out that her father is being overworked in his factory, and there is no insurance for the workers' safety. Qianwei immediately discusses this matter with Lu Xun, and they both make a plan. First, they both go shopping for formal clothes. During this, when Qianwei comes out dressed up, she looks so lovely that Lu Xun can't take his eyes off her and just keeps staring at her. Then Lu Xun asks her to tie his tie, and Qianwei gets very irritated and thinks, 11 years later, you became my boss and made me tie your tie daily. So she angrily starts tying his tie. And when Lu Xun asks her, "What are you doing? Are you trying to kill me by choking me?" Qianwei immediately says, "Oh no, you're misunderstanding. Your tie got stuck in your collar, so I'm just trying to get it out." After that, she ties his tie properly. Then they both go as fake lawyers to the same factory where her father used to work. There, Qianwei introduces Lu Xun as her assistant and threatens the manager to obey all the rules and safety-related laws for the factory workers, or else they could file a complaint against them. Just then, another original lawyer arrives. Seeing this, Qianwei gets scared, thinking they might get caught. But Lu Xun sits there calmly and stylishly. Actually, he knows that lawyer very well because Lu Xun is not just any ordinary boy. He is the son of a judge, so he handles everything very well and gets the manager to agree to all his demands. Seeing this, Qianwei thinks, if I hadn't brought him with me today, I would have been in big trouble. In the next scene, all the problems in Qianwei's father's factory have been solved, so they throw a party to thank Qianwei and Lu Xun. There, Chen Wei is picking up a hot pot when her hand starts to burn. Seeing this, Lu Xun immediately takes the pot from her and holds it in his hand, which also burns his hand, but he doesn't tell anyone. After dinner, everyone is talking among themselves when Lu Xun's father calls. He asks him, "Is the girl who is with you today your girlfriend?" Lu Xun starts to deny it because the phone is on speaker and everyone has heard the conversation. Then Lu Xun says, "My girlfriend can't be this stubborn and have such a low IQ." Hearing this, Chen Wei gets quite angry about it. She says in her mind, "Don't you worry. You're looking for a girl with a very high IQ, aren't you? No problem. I'll set you up with Zixin in such a way that you'll be left chasing her, get distracted from your goal, and remain a low IQ kid forever." The next day, their university has a debating competition with another university. In this, Chen Wei and Lu Xun both perform so well that everyone is very surprised by their understanding. Of course, Chen Wei has known Lu Xun for so many years that she understands everything he says. Seeing this, Lu Xun is also very impressed with her, thinking, "How does she know me so well?" After this, all the friends are going to a restaurant to celebrate and have dinner. But then Chen Wei sees Li Chong working a part-time job there. This tells us that he is very poor, but he has the passion to become a big man in the future. After this, Chen Wei's old memories with Li Chong are refreshed because they have a lot of memories associated with that restaurant. So Chen Wei tells the others not to go to that restaurant and makes an excuse to take them somewhere else. In the next scene, Chen Wei is trying to set up Lu Xun and Zixin, but this time Lu Xun has no interest in Zixin because he just wants to spend time with Chen Wei. And then we see that they are always together and also fight all the time. The next day, Chen Wei makes a plan for Lu Xun and Zixin to meet. She sends them a message saying, "Tomorrow I am going roller skating. If you guys want to come, you can come too." The next day, when Zixin goes roller skating, she sees that Chen Wei is not there. So she calls her and asks, "I've arrived, where are you?" She says, "You wait there. I am bringing my friend Lu Xun with me, so it will take me a little longer." Poor Zixin is standing there alone when she notices that Chen Wei's brother, Chen Chuan, is also there. So she starts roller skating with him because she doesn't know that Chen Chuan has a crush on her this time too, and has followed her here to spend time with Zixin. On the other side, Chen Wei goes to Lu Xun's hostel to pick him up and asks the warden, describing him. There is a boy who is dark-skinned, but his heart is even darker than his skin, and his hair stands up just like a rooster's. During this, Lu Xun comes from behind, hears everything she says, and tells her, "What nonsense are you talking? My phone was broken, so I didn't see your message, which is why I couldn't come." After this, Chen Wei says to him, "Stop making excuses and come with me." Then she grabs his hand and takes him to the roller skating rink. But the situation has already gotten out of hand because Zixin is happily skating there with her brother, Chen Chuan. Poor Chen Wei's plan to bring them together fails. So now, Chen Wei goes inside and asks Lu Xun to skate with her, but Lu Xun refuses and says, "I don't know how to skate." But Chen Wei also has to do some matchmaking, so she starts teaching him to skate by holding him. Then she deliberately pushes him so that he can fall on Zixin, but the poor guy falls to the ground instead. After this, Chen Wei goes to get a bubble gun to make the atmosphere more romantic. On her way back, she is about to slip and fall when Lu Xun suddenly comes and catches her, and now that whole romantic atmosphere fits them perfectly. After that, we see that the more Chen Wei wanted to get Lu Xun close to Zixin, the closer the two of them get to each other. In the next scene, when they are about to go home, Chen Wei wants Lu Xun and Zixin to go alone together. But Chen Chuan is not agreeing because he wants to go with Zixin and spend some more time with her. But Chen Wei scolds him, forcibly puts him in a taxi, and sends him away. After that, she repeatedly tells Lu Xun to drop Zixin off, but he is not agreeing to that either. Just then, Zixin says to them, "Why are you guys fighting? I'm not a little girl, I can go by myself." And then she leaves alone. After this, Chen Wei gets very angry at Lu Xun. Lu Xun asks her, "Why do you always tell me to stick with Zixin?" Chen Wei tells him the truth, "Because I want you and Zixin to date each other. You are a very good friend of mine. No matter how much we fight and argue, I care about you. That's why I want a good girl to come into your life, and there can be no better girl for you than Zixin." Hearing this, Lu Xun says, "Are you out of your mind? What nonsense are you talking?" Chen Wei says, "Okay, if you don't want to listen to me, then let's make a bet. If you get ahead of me in the upcoming college test, I will listen to everything you say. And if my marks are higher than yours, then you will have to listen to this one thing from me." Lu Xun also agrees to this, and they both start preparing for it from the very next day. In the next scene, we see that along with Lu Xun and Chen Wei, other people are also selected in the test, and they are all standing in a line on the stage having their photos taken. But Lu Xun and Chen Wei are just busy fighting with each other. Then, due to a collision with the other people, Lu Xun and Chen Wei end up kissing, and they both get embarrassed in front of everyone. The next day, Chen Wei is sitting in the library when Li Chong comes there and gives her a handmade weather bottle, but Chen Wei avoids him, So he stops her and says, "Why do you always avoid me? I like you, so I'm always thinking about you." Hearing this, Chen Wei says, "I don't want to be in any kind of relationship with you because you won't be the same person you are today after 11 years. You will become very selfish." Li Chong says, "I don't know why you think that about me, but I promise I will never become like that." Saying this, he leaves. Lu Xun is also standing there and overhears their conversation. He then comes to Qian Wei and says, "Why is he always after you? Today, he crossed the line, he directly proposed to you, and even gave you a gift. What is going on in his mind? And why do you give him so much attention?" To this, Qian Wei says, "No matter how much he chases me, I'm not going to get involved in love and all that right now because I'm only going to focus on my career." Then she says, "Don't get distracted by thinking about all this. Remember, we made a bet with each other, and now you have lost, so you will have to listen to me." After this, Lu Xun has to agree to go on a date with Zixin as per the bet. But he sets a condition and says, "I don't know how to go on a date with any girl. I mean, I don't even know what to do on a date, so you will teach me everything perfectly." Qian Wei agrees to this. After this, she also gives him a book and says, "Okay, your training will start from tomorrow." The next day, she takes him to a cafe, and while making him drink coffee, teaches him step number 1, asking, "When you bring Zixin here tomorrow, if coffee gets on her face while drinking, how will you wipe it off?" Without thinking, Lu Xun directly starts wiping the coffee from her lips and says, "Like this." Chen Wei stares at him, and then Lu Xun practices the entire date with her. After this, Chen Wei takes him to the baseball court and says, "Here, you will look very muscular and powerful. Only then will you be able to impress her." But Lu Xun doesn't even know how to play. So Chen Wei teaches him that too, because she is a very good player. After this, Lu Xun says to her, "Why don't you teach me how to bake a cake? Because I have heard somewhere that girls like boys who surprise them by baking a cake on their birthday." Lu Xun is saying all this because he wanted to spend more time with Chen Wei. Chen Wei agrees to teach him how to bake a cake, and when she is teaching him, her cake gets burnt, whereas the cake Lu Xun made turns out very well. After this, they both enjoy a lot with each other. Looking at them, it seems like it's their own date. In the next scene, when Zai Xin comes back from the date, she is very sad and says, "Lu Xun and I are just friends. There can be nothing more between us." Hearing this, Chen Wei starts scolding Lu Xun. "What mistake did you make that she refused to be in a relationship with you?" He says, "I tried very hard, but she just doesn't like me, so what can I do about it? I had prepared so much for her. In fact, I had even booked 2 tickets for a dinner date and a movie, but she rejected me to my face and left. Now I am feeling very embarrassed. Now who will go to the movies with me? And if anyone finds out about this, my reputation will be ruined." After this, he says to Chen Wei, "You are my friend, aren't you? Why don't you come with me for a dinner date and a movie?" At first, she refuses, but then she agrees to take responsibility, thinking that because of her, he spent so much money, so she won't let it go to waste. After this, when they both go for dinner, Lu Xun starts acting and says, "After being rejected, I've lost my appetite." Qian Wei says, "You planned all this with so much love, so I won't let it go to waste." And then she starts feeding him with her own hands, and Lu Xun is very happy inside. Later, when they are about to go to the movies, they find out the movie story beforehand, so they both cancel going to the movie. In the next scene, everyone is going on a trip from the college with Lu Xun and Chen Wei as the captains. Chen Wei thinks, "Last time on this trip there was a lot of trouble, so this time I will keep everything under my control and won't let anything go wrong." After reaching the trip destination, everyone first goes boat riding. All of them choose their partners and go for a ride. In the end, Chen Wei, Lu Xun, Zixin, and Li Chong are the 4 people left. So Chen Wei first forcibly sends Lu Xun on a boat ride with Zixin because she is still on a mission to fix their relationship. After this, she has no other option but to go with Li Chong, so she goes with him. But in the middle of it, she remembers the old times when they were both boat riding together, and because of Li Chong falling, they had kissed in the boat. So this time, to avoid the kiss, Qian Wei wears a mask. And just as the moment Li Chong is about to fall comes, Qian Wei pushes him into water before he falls, causing him to faint. After this, everyone tells Qian Wei to give him mouth-to-mouth to bring Li Chong back to consciousness. At first, she refuses. Then she gets scared that something might happen to him because of her, so she nervously is about to give him mouth-to-mouth when Lu Xun arrives. He stops her, and with a heavy heart, the poor guy gives Li Chong mouth-to-mouth, which brings him back to his senses. After this, Lu Xun feels very disgusted, as if he's about to vomit. So he angrily says to Li Chong, "I saved your life, didn't I? Now get out of here. Don't show me your face again." After this, they all go to the horror house, where Tianwei makes a plan. If I stick with my brother Qian Chuan, he won't pay much attention to Zixin, and Lu Xun and Zixin will get time with each other, and out of fear, they will also get closer to each other. And in this way, my plan will also be successful. After this, when they go inside the horror house, everything gets topsy-turvy. Tianwei gets very scared inside and, out of fear, clings to Lu Xun instead of her brother. She stays with him the whole time and keeps hitting him. When she comes out and sees that it's Lu Xun and not Qian Chuan, she regrets the failure of her plan a lot, and on the other side, her brother and Zixin are both enjoying themselves. Seeing this, she gets very angry and thinks to herself, I will separate you two and do everything according to my plan. After this, Lu Xun likes a book there, which is very expensive. So Tianwei sends him away and bargains for the book herself, buys it for half the price, and gives it to Lu Xun. She tells him, now the account for the money I took from you is settled. Hearing this, Lu Xun starts smiling, and then they swing on a swing together. On the other hand, Qian Chuan confesses his feelings to Zixin, but Zixin refuses him and says, I can't accept your proposal right now because I am in a lot of pain due to being rejected by someone. Hearing this, Qian Chuan gets very sad and posts a sad story on his social media. Because of this, when Tianwei sees his story, she understands that Zixin must have rejected him. So she becomes very happy and starts making her future plans so that she can bring Lu Xun and Zixin closer. Later that night, Tianwei has an allergic reaction to something, so she immediately gets up and goes to her brother's room to wake him up. But she notices that Lu Xun is there instead of her brother, so she didn't want to bother him, but Lu Xun forcibly takes her to the doctor. There, the doctor says to Tianwei, your boyfriend is very caring. Hearing this, she confirms to the doctor, he is not my boyfriend, he is just my friend. The doctor says, even if he is your friend, I can tell by looking at him that he definitely likes you. After this, on their way back, Lu Xun carries Tianwei on his shoulders on a very difficult path. Just then, Tianwei asks him, do you like me a little bit? He remembers that she had once told him that she would only get into love and all that after becoming successful in her career. So Lu Xun doesn't say anything to her and says no. She becomes very happy and thinks to herself that he must like Zixin. In the next scene, Lu Xun and Tianwei are sitting together. Lu Xun says to her, you know, my dream was to become a judge like my father, but for some reason, I limited my dream to just being a lawyer. After this, she asks him several times, but he doesn't tell her anything. But he says to Tianwei, I have full faith in you that you will also become a very good lawyer. Tianwei starts thinking about the past, that the same thing had happened before. No one believed that I was a good lawyer. Only Lu Xun trusted me and made me his assistant. No matter how much we fought with each other, Lu Xun always trusted me. In the next scene, Tianwei sees their professor taking Li Chong aside and telling him about an opportunity to work on a very big case. Tianwei then remembers how in the past, through hard work, Li Chong and she had established a law firm that was performing very well and getting very good cases. But just because of Li Chong's selfishness, their law firm had to shut down. Because this time, like last time, a case came to Li Chong regarding Professor Wang Ruo, because he used to commit domestic violence against his wife. But Li Chong, for the sake of money, left his wife's side and sided with Professor Wang Ruo. And when Tianwei questioned him, he would coax her and say, I am doing all this only for our future. After winning Professor Wang Ruo's case, Li Chong starts getting offers from very big companies, because of which he shut down his and Tianwei's law firm and went to work there himself. And due to this failure, poor Tianwei had to become Lu Xun's assistant because she had no other option. But still, Tianwei loved him because he would sweet-talk her every time. After this, in the present, Li Chong says to Professor Wang Ruo's wife, don't worry, I will fight this case on your behalf. Hearing this, Tianwei is quite surprised at how this change came about. In the past, he was very selfish. Li Chong says to her, I remembered what you said, that I will become a very selfish person after 11 years, so I want to prove to you that I will never become selfish. Hearing this, Tianwei becomes completely silent. It's as if she understands that Li Chong is trying to prove his love to her. In the next scene, tickets are being sold on their campus for a concert that will happen in 10 years. Couples who are still together after 10 years will get a refund. After this, Zixin comes there and gives that ticket to Lu Xun because there is no one else there with her. Tianwei thinks, well, it's good that my plan is on the right track a little, but for some reason, she feels very jealous today, and Lu Xun is also thinking only about her. Then the day comes when they write their wishes on paper and put them in a bottle, which they will open 10 years later. But just then, Tianwei gets a call from her mom and finds out that her mom and dad have had a small accident, which makes her very worried because she remembers that in the past, her father was also diagnosed with cancer at this time. After that, when she goes to the hospital, her brother is very upset and crying, but she reassures everyone, this is just the first stage of cancer, everything will be fine. Qianwei acts very strong in front of her family, but when she goes to Lu Xun and her friends, she cries a lot in front of them. They all show their support in every way, and Lu Xun promises to take care of her mom and dad together with her. In the next scene, we see Qianwei's father running away from the hospital because today is their wedding anniversary, and he is going home to meet Qianwei's mom because she can't come to the hospital due to a leg injury. And when Qianwei and Lu Xun find out about this, they laugh a lot. After that, Lu Xun arranges for them to talk via video call, and Qianwei's parents become very happy. After this, Qianwei thanks Lu Xun, and then Qianwei's father mentions that Qianwei is very fond of eating jam porridge, which her father makes. In the next scene, Li Chong comes to the hospital to meet Qianwei. And on the other hand, poor Lu Xun is making her favorite jam porridge for her. His mom asks him, "Who is the lovely girl for whom you are making jam porridge with so much love?" Lu Xun starts to evade the question, so his mom says, "Don't evade the question. Bring that girl home as my daughter-in-law soon so that I can also love my grandchildren." Hearing this, Lu Xun gets very shy. Later, when Lu Xun takes the jam porridge to the hospital, Qianwei is sitting there with Li Chong. Seeing this, his heart breaks, and he doesn't tell anyone that he made this jam porridge. Instead, he says, "I ordered this from a cafe." But due to the jam, Lu Xun's hand is itching due to an allergy, so Qianwei understands that he made this jam porridge for her with his own hands. After this, Qianwei remembers that Lu Xun used to care for her like this before too, but she doesn't understand why Lu Xun cares so much for her and her family. Later, Qianwei's father asks her to shave him. Lu Xun takes her to the bathroom to teach her how to shave, where Qianwei is very nervous. When Lu Xun finds out, he starts teasing her, and then a fight starts between them. Just then, a nurse comes and takes the razor from their hands and leaves. In the next scene, both siblings are worried about their dad because, due to blood cancer, he needs a lot of blood, so they don't understand who will donate blood to him. Then Qianwei remembers that last time, Li Chong had donated a lot of blood for her dad, and she had a friend who had brought a lot of blood cards. And just then, this time too, Li Chong comes to her with his blood donation card and giving it to her says, "I will donate blood to your father." Last time, because of this, Qianwei had fallen even more in love with Li Chong, but this time, while thanking him, she says, "I will repay this debt." Then she takes him to a market where she buys a set of chicken for Li Chong to build up his body again. But instead of eating it, Li Chong lovingly keeps it as a pet in his hostel. But because of this, his roommate has a big objection, so he leaves it back in the market again. In the next scene, Qianwei and her brother Qian Chuan's common friend, Liu Shi, brings many blood donation cards to Qianwei. But this time, she can't keep a secret and tells her the truth. Actually, Lu Xun has arranged all these donations for you by going to his parents and his parents' colleagues. Now Qianwei remembers that last time too, she had brought these 11 cards, meaning that last time too, it was Lu Xun who had arranged for the blood donation. Qianwei gets lost in thought. He cared for me so much even before, but why did I never understand? After this, her father's transplant is successful, and he slowly recovers, which brings a lot of relief to their entire family. Meanwhile, one day, Li Chong sees Lu Xun with a man on the street, and then he guesses many other things that Lu Xun is surely going to do something special for Qianwei. So, he also decides that he will take the step before him. After this, Qianwei is on her way to the hospital when all the lights on the street turn on. She starts remembering her past, that Li Chong had proposed to her in exactly the same way before, and then she had been very happy and said yes from abroad. But this time, she has absolutely no interest in Li Chong. On the other hand, we see Lu Xun standing with a special poem prepared for Qianwei on an LED screen because he wanted to surprise her by proposing. But he sees a photo on social media that, at this time, Li Chong is proposing to Qianwei, so he becomes very sad. Over there, Qianwei first shoos away all the students standing there who were pressuring her to say yes. After that, she politely refuses Li Chong in private. When he asks for the reason, she says, "Believe me, I have come from the future, and I have seen that our future together was not good at all. If you can't believe this, then just understand that in another world, a girl just like me gave her full support to a boy like Li Chong. But later on, that boy became very selfish, due to which they broke up." After this, as Qianwei moves forward, all the lights on the path go out. Qianwei remembers that the same thing happened last time, but this time she sees Lu Xun there and understands that Lu Xun has done all this for her. She also reads the poem he wrote and realizes that last time too, Lu Xun had planned to propose to me at this very moment. After this, she is surprised at what secrets of the past are now being revealed. Meanwhile, Li Chong and Lu Xun come face to face, and their moods sour upon seeing each other. But then Lu Xun realizes that Li Chong has been rejected by Qianwei, so he suddenly becomes very happy. In the next next scene, Qianwei is sitting in the hospital, and she notices that her father likes Lu Xun a lot, so he is only talking about him. But Qianwei is getting irritated by these talks. At the same time, Lu Xun also comes to the hospital, so Qianwei immediately pretends to be asleep. When he comes close to her, he sees that she is sleeping, so he puts his jacket over her and leaves. Qianwei's father also sees all of this and thinks to himself, this boy is so caring, and one day he will prove to be the best life partner in the world for my daughter. In the next scene, Chen Chuan goes to play badminton and sees that his friend Liu Xu has also gone there to play badminton with her boyfriend. While playing badminton, she falls, which sprains her ankle, but her boyfriend doesn't care about her at all. He only cares about the game. When Qian Chuan notices this, he gets very angry and calls Liu Shu's boyfriend selfish, then takes Liu Shi with him and starts to leave. After this, Liu Shu's boyfriend challenges him to a game of badminton, and everyone stands around to watch their game. But Qian Chuan, although an athlete, has never played badminton before, so Liu Shi's boyfriend easily defeats him, and poor Qian Chuan gets very tired. At the end of the game, his ankle also gets sprained. But instead of helping Qian Chuan up, Liu Shi's boyfriend acts snobbish. This really hurts Liu Shi, so she throws a shuttlecock at her boyfriend's face, breaks up with him, and helps her friend Chen Chuan up and leaves. On the other hand, we see that the more Qianwei tries to ignore Lu Xun, the more he follows her around and tries to make eye contact with her. But Qianwei always runs away from him when she sees him. Their friends find their behavior very strange, so they decide, we will find out what is going on between them. And when Qianwei's brother Qian Chuan and his friend Lu Shi find out about this, they also start trying to find out. Not only that, even Professor Zhang gets very worried about them, that his two brilliant students are completely lost, which is causing their skills to decline. So he gets worried that there is some issue that is wasting their talent. So he calls them both and says, the competition is coming up, so go and train well for it. After this, Qianwei finds out that Li Chong is going to be her trainer, so she feels embarrassed seeing him. Li Chong then comes wearing a mask, while on the other side, Lu Xun is being trained by another senior female. Here, Lu Xun throws a paper at Qianwei to challenge her. Seeing this, Qianwei gets quite angry. She meets him outside and says, I accept your challenge, and remember, I will win. And in 10 years, I will be a partner in a very big law firm. After this, the day of their annual competition arrives, and Lu Xun has also invited his parents there. His parents are very happy that this is the first time Lu Xun has brought them to his university. The situation at the university is a bit different this time. Liu Shi, who was always in the background, is going to play the host's character this time, which surprises Qianwei a lot. After this, we see in a flashback that Lu Xun has made a plan with her, which we will find out about later. Actually, Lu Xun and Qianwei are going to have a legal debate, and Lu Xun has chosen all the topics in such a way that Qianwei and Lu Xun appear to be husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or have some kind of relationship with each other. After this, Qianwei has to present herself as Mrs. Lu Xun in every act, and this irritates her quite a lot. Then we see that Lu Xun's mom likes Qianwei a lot as her daughter-in-law. After the competition starts, in the first round, they have to speak about extramarital affairs. Qianwei says Lu Xun is not capable of having an extramarital affair because he has never even been in a single relationship. Everyone likes Qianwei's roasting very much, and she wins this round. After this, when the second or final round starts, a very interesting topic comes up. And in this topic, Lu Xun will reject Qianwei on a blind date, and then Qianwei will study hard, get a law degree, and tell Lu Xun points that will help her win his heart. But Lu Xun will try to reject her by giving negative points. Hearing this, Qianwei gets very angry because she finds this topic very annoying, so she has a big objection to it. But she considers it a debate and starts doing her job. She starts telling Lu Xun the many advantages of having a lawyer girlfriend, but Lu Xun keeps rejecting her with arguments from the other side. Then in the end, he says to her, I want all these qualities not in my girlfriend, but in an assistant. If you want to be one, then by all means, be one. Now, hearing this, Qianwei is left speechless, and then the countdown starts. Qianwei is about to lose, but Lu Xun suddenly stands up and concedes defeat himself, saying, I am ready to make you my girlfriend. After that, he goes to her, takes her hand, and pinches it 3 times, just like Qianwei's father used to confess his love to her mom. Qianwei remains silent seeing this because she starts to understand everything, that perhaps he likes me and is confessing his love to me. After this, Lu Xun tries to get close to her everywhere, but she keeps ignoring him again and again. Later, she says, we can never be together. Saying this, she leaves, and Lu Xun also follows her. Then Qian Wei finds out that the paper art she thought was a challenge was actually Lu Xun's love letter. After this, Lu Xun asks her, "Do you like me?" Qian Wei starts to deny it, but Lu Xun overrules her every excuse with reasoning. So Qian Wei is forced to say, "I am very confused right now." Lu Xun says, "Okay, then let's kiss each other. This will make our feelings absolutely sure and confirmed." Hearing this, Qian Wei gets nervous and says, "Not now, we'll think about it tomorrow." Saying this, she runs away. Later that night, Qian Wei is thinking about Lu Xun and looking at his photos. At the same time, Lu Xun is standing outside her hostel, waiting for 12 o'clock and practicing kissing. As soon as it strikes 12, he messages Qian Wei and asks her to come out. He then says to her, "You said we'll kiss tomorrow, so don't back out now." Qian Wei agrees to kiss, and now they start kissing for the first time. Then a guard comes, and the second time, a student comes in between with her bicycle, and the third time lightning starts to flash. So Qian Wei says, "That's it. Now even God has not approved our relationship." And she starts running inside. But Lu Xun is not one to give up, so he also goes after her, pulls her towards him, and starts kissing her. And then Qian Wei's feelings also slowly get confirmed that she also likes Lu Xun, so she also grabs him and starts kissing him. The next day, Qian Wei says to Lu Xun, "I want us to keep our relationship a secret because now is not the right time at all to announce our relationship." Lu Xun also agrees to this. In the next scene, Qian Wei's father has completely recovered and gets discharged from the hospital. He does something romantic and special for Qian Wei's mom, his wife. Lu Xun says, "You are the complete opposite of your father. He is so romantic, and you are so boring." Hearing this, she glares at him, and then they both start laughing. The next day, Lu Xun finds out that many boys in the Law Society have a crush on Qian Wei, so they want to get close to her. So Lu Xun immediately goes to Qian Wei and starts staying around her like a guard, behaving like a typical boyfriend. He doesn't let anyone get close to Qian Wei, and if someone comes to meet Qian Wei, he shoos them away. In next scene, Lu Xun has prepared a pair of couple's gloves with his own hands for Qian Wei, which he gives her as a gift. After this, Qian Wei's university card gets lost, so Lu Xun finds it for her. In return, he makes her promise, "You will eat with me daily for a month." And Qian Wei does the same. But Li Chong feels very bad seeing them together. The next day, Qian Wei prepares a contract paper and says to Lu Xun, "Now we will have a legal romance. I mean, how many kisses in a month and how many hugs in a week? All these details will be in this contract paper. Apart from this, we will not do anything else with each other." Lu Xun also agrees to this. After this, Qian Wei feels that ever since she has been in a relationship with Lu Xun, her luck has not been with her, and she hasn't won any prizes from the cold drink caps. So she thinks, could this be my punishment for making my boss my boyfriend? The next day, when she goes to volunteer for cleaning the beach with all her friends, she starts finding those prize-winning cold drink caps there. She follows those caps and reaches a place where Lu Xun is. Then she finds out that she wasn't getting any surprises from the cold drinks, so Lu Xun had arranged a whole box of prize-winning caps for her. He says to her, "From today onwards, I am your lucky charm. You don't need to think about anything else, and I will respect your every small and big wish." And then he starts kissing her, and all their classmates see them kissing. This means that their relationship is now officially announced. But Zixin gets very sad seeing this, and her heart breaks. And she remembers her childhood when she and Lu Xun were friends, and Lu Xun had also gifted her a necklace. After this, she meets Qian Wei, and here Qian Wei finds out that on that day's date, it was not Zixin, but Lu Xun who had rejected her because he never had any feelings for Zixin in his heart. So he had only met her that day to clear the confusion. Hearing this, Qian Wei starts feeling guilty, but Zixin consoles her, saying, "It's not your fault." And on the other hand, Li Chong is always heartbroken thinking about Qian Wei. After this, Zixin takes the necklace Lu Xun gave her in childhood and throws it into the water, deciding to close Lu Xun's chapter forever. In the next scene, everyone finds out that their university is going to perform a program in an art festival. Hearing this, everyone is shocked because they have no idea what they will perform. Just then, Liu Shi suddenly gets up and says, "I will sing there because I love it." Hearing this, everyone starts laughing because she sings very out of tune. Just then, Qian Wei remembers the future time and thinks that if poor Liu Shi doesn't show courage now, her dream will remain just a dream. So she decides to help Liu Shi, and now Lu Xun also helps her. Seeing this, the whole class gives Liu Shi confidence that she can sing very well. The next day, when Liu Shi is giving her singing demo, everyone is encouraging her. But as soon as she starts singing, her melodious voice makes everyone feel like screaming and running away. And their teacher also gets angry at Liu Shi. "When you don't know how to sing, why did you agree to perform?" Now, poor Liu Shi gets very sad. Chuan doesn't like this at all, so he says to the teacher, Liu Shi's performance will not only have singing but also an instrumental performance. The song will only have a few lines. Their teacher agrees, and the next day when the program starts, all the friends encourage Liu Shi, and when she starts playing the musical instrument, everyone sees that she is very good at it. And then, when she sings a little along with the music, this time it doesn't sound bad, and everyone starts praising her for how well she plays the instrument. After this, Liu Shi gets very emotional that she has made such good friends who always encourage her in every situation, and among them, the most special friend is Chuan. In the next scene, a girl from the university named Yu Tian is trying her best to defame Tianwei in the university because she likes Li Chong and doesn't like at all that two handsome boys of the university are always hovering around Tianwei. When Yu Tian is working on a project with these people, she leaves the project and starts speaking ill of Tianwei directly. Wow, you are so clever. How do you manage to have two boys hovering around you? Hearing this, Li Chong gets angry at her and says, it's just one-sided love from my side. Tianwei is a very good girl, and she only likes Lu Shun, so please don't try to defame her. Hearing this, Yu Tian feels very bad that Li Chong is still taking Tianwei's side instead of understanding her love. After this, we find out that Liu Shi belongs to a very rich family, and after watching her show, her father sends her his family chain with a message that whatever you want to do, you can, but you will have to handle the family business. Liu Shi is not at all interested in handling the family business because now she wants to become a singer, so she ignores her father's words. And the next day, she goes to a party with all her friends, where a fat man, who is Zixin's cousin, steals the chain given by Liu Shi's father. And when Liu Shi realizes that her chain is missing, she gets very worried, and all her friends start looking for her chain, and that fat man who is the thief is at the forefront looking for her chain. Tianwei becomes suspicious of him, and then she remembers some things from the future, in which she sees that the same thing had happened once before, that a chain exactly like Liu Shi's was found in my bag at a party. And after that, all her friends started considering her a thief, and people in the college also started saying bad things about her. Because of this, she had fallen into a deep depression. Not only that, everywhere in the class, everyone used to say that her father is sick and she is from a poor family. So she stole it, and after that she was not selected for the university's main committee either. After this, in the present, Tianwei understands everything, that all this is going to happen to me again. So she immediately goes and gets her bag from her brother, and when she opens it, Liu Shi's chain comes out of it. Tianwei says, I expected this, but I am not going to leave here like this until the police come and check the camera to confirm who stole this chain and put it in my bag. After this, that fat man tries to change the subject and run away, but Chuan stops him and says, until the real thief is found, no one can go anywhere. After this, the police arrive, and when the cameras are checked, everyone finds out that the real thief is that fat man, and he secretly put that chain in Tianwei's bag. Seeing this, everyone is surprised at how smart and perfect Tianwei can be, that she knew everything in advance. After this, Zixin scolds her cousin, the fat man, and throws him out. Then the police also catch him and take him away. In the next scene, when Tianwei and Lu Shun are at the university in the morning, they find out that rumors have spread everywhere against Tianwei, and everyone is calling her a thief, saying that she stole the chain and framed that poor fat man. And all her friends have such big hearts that they have forgiven her. Lu Shun gets very worried seeing this and starts replying to all of them online. Tianwei stops him and says, none of this matters to me because I know that every rumor lasts only for 2 or 3 weeks. After that, it loses its interest. Later, when Tianwei goes outside, she sees a clarification notice on the notice board in which someone is trying to clarify for Tianwei that no one should call her a thief without proof. After this, when she looks at Lu Shun starts praising the handwriting of the person who wrote the notice. And this is where Tianwei gets suspicious that it is none other than Lu Shun who wrote this notice. Then, Tianwei remembers that something similar had happened to her in the past. Someone had written a clarification notice for her just like this before, so this time, she understands that it was Lu Shun who had written the clarification notice about her in the past as well. After this, in the present, Tianwei goes to Lu Shun and says, thank you for secretly doing so much for me. Lu Shun starts smiling. In the next scene, Li Chong and Liu Shi are sitting in a cafe, and many people there are indirectly calling Tianwei a thief. Liu Shi can't tolerate this at all, so she tries to clarify with that boy, and when he doesn't agree, she gets up to hit him, but Li Chong stops her. After this, Li Chong himself very politely tells that boy to say sorry, and when he doesn't agree, a fight breaks out between them. And in this fight, Li Chong's glasses also break. After this, a teacher at the university is scolding Li Chong, saying, after today's fight, you can be expelled from this university, and your scholarship may also be terminated. But just then, Lu Shun and Professor Zhang come there to save Li Chong and take his side. They say, That boy was defaming someone, and no one is even naming him. And you are bringing Lee Chong forward just for a scuffle. Isn't this a double standard? And Lu Shun also says, if that's the case, then a case will also be filed against that boy. And I will hire the biggest lawyer for Lee Chong in this case. And after that, both boys walk out of there in a very cool style. And when they both go outside, Chen Wei is standing there with glasses for Lee Chong. Her brother and the entire debating society have put up posters and banners for Chen Wei and are showing their support. Seeing all this, Chen Wei feels very special because this time she is not alone in this difficult time. Many people are supporting her, but Lu Shun promises her, I will find out who is spreading false rumors about you. And after a little research, he finds out that the person spreading these rumors is none other than Yu Tian. Lu Shun says to Chen Wei, oh my god, now I know why she is doing all this. She must like me and can't stand me with you at all. So she is doing all this out of jealousy. Oh god, sometimes being so handsome is not good either. Chen Wei says, no need to fly so high, she likes Lee Chong. Not you, that's why she's doing all this. Lu Shun says, I already know who she likes, I was just joking. After this, Chen Wei goes to Yu Tian and, showing her all the evidence, says, I have found out that you are spreading all the rumors against me. I am giving you one last chance. Apologize and delete everything from the university group and also give a clarification. Otherwise, I will file a defamation case against you with all this evidence. When the two girls are talking, Lee Chong is standing outside and overhears their entire conversation. He finds out how mean Yu Tian is and what she is doing out of jealousy for Chen Wei. After this, he comes there and says, forget her. She won't listen like this. When we post all the evidence against her on social media, then she will know what defamation is, and I will also post the love letter she gave me. Hearing this, Yu Tian gets even angrier that Lee Chong is taking Chen Wei's side in front of her, so she leaves in a huff. After this, Lee Chong asks Chen Wei a question. How do you know so perfectly about me and everything else? Like my glasses number, what soup I drink, and what my aims are? How do you know everything in advance? Hearing this, Chen Wei first tries hard to evade his question, but when he insists, she has to tell him. Then she says, will you believe me if I say that I have come from the future? And we were in a relationship then, and our relationship was not good at all, so we even broke up. That's why I am running away from you this time. After this, Lee Chong is confused by her words, thinking that maybe she is joking because how can this be true? How can someone time travel? But Chen Wei says, if you don't believe my words, then just think that I said all this while I was drunk. But remember that I am not doing all this for Lu Shun, meaning I am not rejecting you because of Lu Shun. Even if he wasn't there, I would never have chosen you. Yes, but I wish that this time you become a good person who is not selfish. On the other side, Lu Shun and Zixin discuss among themselves that at the annual party, we will show all the evidence against Chen Wei and clarify all the rumors about her. After this, when the annual party starts, they tell the whole truth through video footage, that people are just calling Chen Wei a thief to defame her. But in reality, that is not the case at all. In reality, Zixin's cousin had stolen that chain and put it in Chen Wei's bag. After this, it becomes clear to everyone sitting there that Chen Wei did not steal. And then, Lu Shun also gives a clarification speech for Chen Wei, which makes her very emotional. When she goes to thank him, Lu Shun says, you signed a relationship contract with me, but I will sign many contracts with you, like our marriage certificate and our house certificate, and even our children's homework. Hearing this, Chen Wei starts laughing. In the next scene, it's Chen Wei's birthday, so Lu Shun celebrates it very well and also gives her a special gift saying, this light will always illuminate our love story. And after this, he takes her to his house, where they are watching a movie and getting romantic when suddenly Lu Shun's parents arrive. They both feel very awkward and say, we are preparing for the judicial exam. Lu Shun's mom and dad are very happy to see their son's girlfriend, but here their fight starts. They both start arguing. His mom says, my grandson will become a doctor, while his dad wants, my grandson will become a judge like me. Amidst all this, Chen Wei feels very awkward. After a while, they leave from there and say, you two prepare well for your exam, and now we are leaving, and this time we will not make a surprise attack. After this, Lu Shun quickly picks up Chen Wei in his arms and takes her to his room. Then they kiss and then they spend quality time together. In the next scene, Chen Chuan sees some people forcibly taking Liu Shu with them, and he thinks that someone is kidnapping her, so he rescues her and runs away with her. But later he finds out that these people are none other than the guards sent by her own dad. Actually, Liu Shi is now scared to meet her dad because he doesn't want his daughter to make music her profession, and in this regard he wants to talk to her, and Liu Shi is scared, so she doesn't want to go to them. But then, on Chen Chuan's persuasion, she gets ready to meet her father. After this, we see Lu Shun sitting alone and sad in a park, remembering how in his childhood, a caretaker used to bring him to this park instead of his parents, and because of this, he used to get sad in his childhood. Just then, someone in a teddy bear costume comes to him and gives him a card which says, "Today our team has selected you, and now this bear will roam with you for free for the whole day." But as soon as Lu Shun sees him, he guesses that this bear is none other than Chen Wei, so he very happily agrees to spend the day with the bear. After this, Lu Shun has a lot of fun with that bear, and then he says to the bear, "Look, you don't know how to act at all. I have recognized your style and everything. I know that you are my girlfriend." And hearing this, Chen Wei takes off the bear head and starts smiling. After this, we see in a flashback that Chen Wei had met Lu Shun's mom, in which she finds out that all of Lu Shun's bad memories from childhood are connected to that park, because his parents used to make promises to him but then couldn't give him any time at all. And this used to sadden him a lot, so he didn't like going to that park at all. After that, Chen Wei had decided to erase Lu Shun's bad memories and turn them into good ones. Lu Shun gets really happy and, thanking her, kisses her. On the other hand, Liu Shi takes Chen Chuan with her to meet her father. Chen Chuan gets very scared seeing her father because he looks very dangerous, just like a gangster. After this, Liu Shi's father takes Liu Shi aside alone. Chen Chuan thinks that her father might be committing domestic violence with her alone, so he also fearfully follows them. He goes there and takes all the blame on himself, saying, "Please don't do anything to Liu Shi because I was the one who encouraged her to go into the music profession. If you want, you can break my bones as punishment." Meanwhile, Liu Shi has won a bet with her father, so her father agrees to her music profession. But he sets one condition, that now you will not take a single penny from your family business and will bear your own expenses. Liu Shi agrees to this, and now, along with being independent, she has also become very poor. But still, she is overjoyed about her music profession. After this, we see that Chen Chuan has an upcoming swimming selection competition soon. But Chen Wei finds out from his coach that he is only coming in second or third in every training session. So one day, Chen Wei takes him with her and showing him her game says, "I have come from the year 2022. I have seen a lot about the future. It's not for nothing that I have always been defeating Lu Shun, so now I will help you too." And then she also answers many of Chen Chuan's questions about the future, so Chen Chuan also starts to think that maybe she is telling the truth. After that, she tells Chen Chuan, "You won the gold medal in the upcoming championship." Hearing this, Chen Chuan starts acting badly and says, "You shouldn't have studied law at all. You should have been an astrologer." Then he gets angry and says, "I have always been coming in second or third, and you're telling me that I'm going to win and bring home the gold medal. I am pretty sure your mind has snapped." But actually, Chen Wei said all this to her brother because she knew that her brother had not won before, and the reason was that he lacked confidence. And now she wants to instill that same confidence in her brother so that he can win. The next day, the selection day for the national team arrives, and there, due to everyone's encouragement, Chen Chuan indeed performs very well and comes in first. So he happily comes and first meets his parents, and Chen Wei is waiting to hug him, but he first goes and hugs his best friend Liu Shi, and also gives her his trophy. Seeing this, Lu Shun says, "He won't hug you, but thank God I'm here with you, so you can hug me." After this, everyone is sitting and having dinner at Chen Wei's house, and Chen Wei's dad thinks that Liu Shi and Chen Chuan are a couple, but that's not the case at all yet. Then her dad asks Chen Wei about this year's national bar exam. Chen Wei suddenly remembers that in the past when she was about to go to give the exam, her brother had given her the news that her father had passed away, and after that she was never able to pass that exam. So in the present, she tells her dad, "I am not even going to take that exam this year because my preparation is not good at all, so I will take the exam next year." And she says this because she is very worried about her father, that something might happen to him again because of the exam. In the next scene, Chen Wei goes to a mall with Lu Shun, where she buys a silver-colored showpiece that she wants to gift to her parents on their wedding anniversary. But here, Lu Shun notices that she seems a bit worried, so he asks her, but she doesn't tell him anything. Actually, Chen Wei is very worried about her dad. That's why she is so lost and sad. On the other hand, we see that today is Chen Chuan's final match, and at the same time, Liu Shi also has an important music-related exam. So they both wish each other the best of luck and promise to celebrate at night. But Liu Shi's exam goes very badly, and because of this, she is sad and drinking even during the day. When Chen Wei finds out about this, she starts to console her, but Liu Shi says, "Maybe I made the wrong decision by choosing a singing profession because now I am sure that I can't go into music. I am very tone deaf." During this, Chen Wei gets a call and finds out that her brother, Chen Chuan, got a cramp in his leg while swimming today, due to which he will never be able to swim again. So he is upset and has gone somewhere. So all his friends are looking for him everywhere, and Chen Wei is very tense. Even after knowing everything, why am I not able to change the future? And then she remembers that the same thing had happened with Chen Chuan in the past. Not in this way, but in some other way, but his leg was injured last time too, due to which he could not swim. Thinking about this, she gets very worried. On the other hand, Liu Xu finds Chen Chuan and says to him, "We were supposed to meet tonight for a celebration, but it's okay. At least we can drink beer to reduce our depression." Chen Chuan says, "At least you can try your dream again, but I have made swimming my profession all my life since childhood. Now look, it's of no use. I am retired forever, because now I don't even have any hope." After this, Liu Shi, giving him his trophy, says, "Don't be sad. You have something, some memento that you can look at and sleep peacefully. I don't even have a memento." Just then, Qian Wei and Lu Xun also arrive and get him to talk to his dad. When his dad consoles him, Qian Chuan gets emotional. In the next scene, Lu Xun is preparing for Qian Wei's parents' anniversary, just like a family member, and he also starts calling them mom and dad instead of uncle and auntie, as if he has already become their son-in-law. After this, they all sit and eat together. Then Qian Wei gives her dad a surprise because it was always his dream to go on a tour with his wife. Qian Wei couldn't fulfill this dream in her previous life, but this time she wants to fulfill it, so she had planned all this. After this, her dad happily says, "I also have a surprise for you. I had thought I would give it to you at your wedding, but today I am giving you that surprise." After this, he gets up to get the surprise, but then he suddenly falls to the ground. Hearing his voice, everyone runs to him. As soon as Qian Wei sees them, she says, "He is having internal bleeding. Lay him down straight, or the situation will get very bad," because the exact same thing had happened in her last life. After this, they take him to the hospital. There, after he regains consciousness, he tries to act very strong in front of Qian Wei and his wife. Then, he gives Qian Wei a ring. This is the same ring that he had given Qian Wei last time. After this, he says, "Whenever you are in trouble, spin it, and then you will see. You will turn a lost battle into a victory." After this, the doctor tells Qian Wei, "Your dad is now a guest for only a short time." So she and Chen Chuan sit by his side and cry a lot, and Qian Wei thinks, "I tried my best to change the future, but still, I couldn't save my dad." Thinking this, she becomes even sadder. After this, her dad dies right there. But this time, as he is leaving, he writes on his daughter's hand, "Goodbye, I love you." After her dad's death, Qian Wei gets very scared and thinks, "Now I can't change my future at any cost." So she says to Lu Xun, "I am afraid I will lose you too." But Lu Xun consoles her, "Why are you afraid of fate? You'll see, I will turn fate around. I will do anything, but I will always be with you and stay with you." In the next scene, we see that Qian Wei's mom is now going with Chen Chuan to the place for which Qian Wei had booked tickets for her parents, because it was her husband's dream to go there. After this, when Lu Xun goes to Qian Wei's house, he sees that she is very sad and is just drinking wine. She is really in a deep depression and is also doing strange things. Lu Xun tries to explain to her lovingly, but when she doesn't listen, Lu Xun gets angry and scolds her. "If your dad saw you in this condition, he would be very sad." And then he shows her a letter and says, "Your dad wrote this for you, but I will only give it to you when you take a shower and pull yourself together." After this, Qian Wei pulls herself together and takes a shower. And then when she opens the letter, she sees that it first has her national bar exam slips, which her dad had registered for her because he wanted his daughter to take the exams this year. Seeing this, she cries and reads her dad's letter in which her daddy consoles her. "I had to die one day or another. It had to happen today or tomorrow, but I don't want my death to have any effect on you. You fulfill your dream, that is my dream. And I also want you to take care of your family as the elder one because you have always been the strongest in the family." After this, Lu Xun also consoles her and, giving her emotional support, says, "We will take the exam together this time and fulfill your dad's dream." After this, when they go to take the exam, this time Qian Wei is getting very positive feelings because Lu Xun is with her. And then when the exam starts, Qian Wei suddenly feels as if the scene has completely changed, as if she has directly reached 2022, and everything is computerized. She suddenly stands up in confusion, but then she realizes that this is all her realization, and then she composes herself and says, "Life has given me a second chance, so this time, I will not give up and will come in first." And then, after some time, the results come out, and Qian Wei had indeed come in first. Her dad had already kept a gift for her for clearing the exam, and Qian Wei gets emotional seeing it. Just then, Lu Xun also comes there to congratulate her. And then we find out that after such a great success, Qian Wei has been offered a job. There is only one problem in this, that she will have to go there alone because Lu Xun has got a job somewhere else. After this, when Qian Wei goes to work in that firm, she finds out that Li Chong has also been doing an internship there for the past year, in which her boss gives her a task. There is a girl who is the spoiled child of a very rich man, who is always drunk and loitering around, and a contract needs to be delivered to her. This is the same girl, Lan He, whom we have already seen with Li Chong at the beginning of the drama, because of whom, in the previous life, Li Chong and Qian Wei had broken up. Lan He is very drunk, so Lee Chong takes her home on a bus, and Lan He really likes this. The next day, when everyone is in the office, Lee Chong comes and tells everyone, only one of us will be made permanent. Everyone else will go back after completing their internship here. This means that there is going to be a competition in the office now. Meanwhile, Lu Xun is currently doing an internship with his dad, but he is a little angry with Qian Wei because she doesn't give him much time, as she is working overtime these days. Because of this, she doesn't even remember that Lu Xun's birthday is coming up soon. So Lu Xun indirectly tries to remind her of his birthday, but Qian Wei remembers his birthday, but she reacts as if she doesn't remember anything. On the other hand, Lee Chong is struggling a lot with poverty at this time because his dad had taken a loan from someone, which now Lee Chong has to repay. And because of this, he is facing a lot of problems because he has no savings left after paying off his dad's loan. The next day, there is a meeting in the office where their boss has a case, and their boss gives them all a task. If anyone wants to become permanent here, they can handle this case. But there is one condition. That employee will have to do this work against their rights. This means, in this case, the innocent has to be proven guilty and the guilty, innocent. Qian Wei doesn't like this work at all, but Lee Chong agrees to do this work for his boss. Seeing this, Qian Wei is very surprised that Lee Chong is ready to do something wrong for money. But then their boss says to Qian Wei, "You will have to help Lee Chong in this work as his assistant." Qian Wei says, "I will not support anyone in such wrongdoings. You can fire me from the office for this if you want." And her boss does just that with her. After this, when Qian Wei goes home, she tells Lu Xun everything. He explains to her, "Don't worry about unnecessary things at all. I am with you." After this, Qian Wei requests Lu Xun, "Please, will you help me with one thing? Lee Chong is our friend, and he is straying from his path, so it is our duty to bring him to the right path." Lu Xun also agrees to this. After this, Qian Wei meets Lee Chong and says to him, "You are a very good person, please don't stray from your path. I know you feel guilty inside for doing this work, but you are doing all this only for money. But believe me, money is such a swamp that if you get stuck once, you will keep sinking into the fame of that money. You are a very good friend of mine. So I am explaining this to you, otherwise why would I need to waste my time on anyone?" Hearing this, Lee Chong decides that from now on, he will do whatever he does well and will not do anything against the law. Qian Wei is very happy to hear his words. The next day is Lee Chong's farewell from the university because he is senior to Qian Wei and Lu Xun. So all the colleagues are having a party together. All the people sitting there wish Lee Chong farewell by signing his shirt and writing a message. But for Lee Chong, Qian Wei's message is the most special because even though she has friend-zoned him, Lee Chong still likes her. After that, he asks Qian Wei to write something. So she writes something from her side on his shirt and also writes her name below it. After this, everyone gets very drunk, and Qian Wei also falls asleep after drinking. Suddenly, she has a dream that she has reached her previous life again and is being treated on a stretcher in a hospital, in which she also sees Lu Xun, who is very worried seeing her injured. But just then, Qian Wei's eyes open, and she sees that Lu Xun is sitting next to her. So she immediately gets up and hugs him, saying, "I am trying very hard to change the future, but I am afraid that this time I will lose you too." Now Lu Xun doesn't understand what she's saying. He tells her to go wash her face, so Qian Wei goes to the washroom. Just then, Lee Chong comes and says to Lu Xun, "I have now accepted that you are Qian Wei's boyfriend, and you two are a very good couple, and I want you to always be together and be happy in your life." Hearing this, Lu Xun also gets emotional, and he also writes something on his shirt and gives an autograph. And then he takes Qian Wei home. On the other side, Liu Xu and Qian Chuan are sitting together sadly and drinking. Just then, Qian Chuan starts telling her his feelings. "I was away from you for so many days and I realized how much I missed you. Maybe now I am sure that I like you." But Liu Xu falls asleep and faints before hearing all this. In the next scene, Lu Xun gives Qian Wei a golden showpiece, and it is exactly like the silver one Qian Wei had given to her parents. Seeing this, she becomes very happy, and memories of her parents start coming back to her, so she also gets very emotional and says, "I never want to lose you." The next day, Lan He comes to meet Lee Chong because after doing some research, she likes Lee Chong's work a lot, so she wants to hire him as her lawyer for a project. Hearing this, Lee Chong becomes very happy. But on the other hand, poor Liu Xu is in a bad state because she doesn't even have money for food. One day, when she is sitting very upset, she receives a bank credit card from her father, along with a letter from him which says, "I just wanted to teach you a lesson, to teach you to fight and understand situations, but never think that I will leave your side." Seeing this, Liu Xu gets very emotional and calls her dad to say sorry. After this, one day she goes to the gym with Qian Chuan, and there we find out that Liu Xu had heard all of Qian Chuan's words and love confession that night. So during the exercise, she kisses Chen Chuan, and in this way, Chen Chuan also finds out that Liu Shi also likes him. And after this, their love life also starts. And when Qian Wei finds out about this, she becomes very happy that her brother and Liu Shi are very happy together. But on the other hand, today Lu Xun is looking very sad, so he first goes to meet Chen Chuan and asks him something. Has Qian Wei talked to you about coming from the future? He says, don't listen to Qian Wei's words. She is crazy. She says anything. So Lu Xun understands that this means Qian Wei has also talked to Chen Chuan about this. So he becomes very sad that Qian Wei has discussed her secret with everyone but not with me. Does she not love me? Was she just using me all this time to come in first? Questions like this start to come to his mind, and he starts to remember that whenever Qian Wei talked, she only talked about her career and being number one. My name was never in her future, but I am such a big fool that I have only thought about her in my future. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Qian Wei is designing a video for Lu Xun's birthday because she wants to surprise him. But just then, Lu Xun arrives, and as he comes, he returns her diary to her saying, I have read everything. Then he also shows her his diary and says, I have made some plans for life, but in every plan there is only you. But I am nowhere in your plans. And he also asks her, what is your goal? Just to change your life, become successful, and be number one, just to get ahead by removing me. That's your plan, right? You just used me as a tool to get ahead. If I were not Lu Xun, if it were some other person, you would have used him just the same. It doesn't matter to you who I am. You only care about being number one. Hearing this, Qian Wei starts to explain everything to him, but Lu Xun doesn't understand any of her words. He angrily throws his wish bottle there, which they had all written together at the university, and leaves. After this, when Qian Wei looks at the wish in that bottle, only Qian Wei's name comes out, that she always remains pure and simple. Seeing this, she gets even more upset and, picking up her laptop, runs towards Lu Xun to show him the same video. Lu Xun is standing in his house crying, and Qian Wei goes to the elevator to go to his house. She sees that the elevator has suddenly broken down, and after this, she notices that her ring has started to move. And after this, the whole scene changes completely, and now Qian Wei is unconscious in the hospital. As soon as she opens her eyes, a person is close to her. She thinks that person is Lu Xun, so she immediately gets up and hugs him. But this is not Lu Xun, but Li Chong. Just then, Lu Xun also comes and sees that Qian Wei and Li Chong are hugging each other, so he gets upset and leaves. After this, Qian Wei suddenly realizes that this is Li Chong. Just then, her mom comes to her and says, Thank God, you're awake, son. You had fallen and fainted in the hall and your boss, Lu Xun, saved you. You have been in a coma in the hospital for a month. Hearing all this, Qian Wei's life suddenly becomes up and down, and she thinks, was all this that just happened a lie? A dream? But she says, even if it was all a dream, my feelings for Lu Xun were true. So now she doesn't care about anything and gets up from the hospital bed and starts looking for Lu Xun everywhere, running around like a madwoman calling his name. Just then, Li Chong comes from behind and says to her, I have realized my mistake, so now I will not let you be separated from me. But Qian Wei is not at all in love with Li Chong anymore because only Lu Xun now resides in her heart, and her eyes are only looking for him. After this, she immediately goes back to the hospital and asks the doctor. The doctor says, you were in a coma, so it is very normal to have illusions or dreams in between. You'll see, you will slowly start to feel normal yourself. Hearing this, Qian Wei is completely broken because now she has returned to her normal life, and now she is the same failed and loser Qian Wei as before. And more than that, her biggest sorrow is that she has now lost Lu Xun. After this, Liu Shi and Chen Chuan also arrive there and start fighting with each other because now in real life they are just friends, not a couple. They want to distract Qian Wei from her dream by fighting with each other, but Qian Wei is in a very bad mood, so she scolds them both and throws them out and starts crying herself. On the other hand, we see Lu Xun and Li Chong. As we were shown in the beginning, these two are working against each other on a case, so they discuss some more things related to it. And here we also find out that the accusation of leaking evidence that was initially placed on Qian Wei has now been cleared by Lu Xun with proof. After this, Li Chong says, Thank you for saving my girlfriend Qian Wei's life. Hearing this, Lu Xun says, You two had broken up, hadn't you? So, did you get back together again? When did this happen? Li Chong says, Qian Wei was just angry with me, but she can't stay away from me at all. Saying this, Li Chong leaves. But these words hurt Lu Xun a lot, and we can see this from the changing colors on his face. But still, he remains completely silent in front of Li Chong. After this, Lu Xun has a discussion with a senior member, and he wants Qian Wei to be given a permanent leave and that she doesn't need to come back anymore. but Lu Xun argues with him a lot. The matter of leaking evidence has been cleared, so now Chen Wei will come back, and she definitely will. She is my assistant, and I will decide whether she will work with me or not someone else. On the other side, Chen Wei goes to meet the doctor and says to them, "During my coma, I had some dreams that I think are very close to reality and are also logical." Chen Wei is remembering all those things, like Lu Xun donating blood for her dad and taking such good care of her. All this seems logical to her, but the doctor tries to explain a lot to her in scientific terms, even telling her many things related to the inner brain, and also says it's possible that someone was sitting by your side during the coma and telling you things, and you found out those things indirectly through your dreams. Hearing this, Chen Wei is very surprised and asks them to check her visitor list. And then when she looks, she is shocked because every night Lu Xun used to come and sit by her side all night to take care of her. And then, after being discharged from the hospital, Chen Wei goes straight to Lu Xun's office and starts searching there. Then, seeing Lu Xun's paperwork lying there, she remembers that in her dreams she had seen such things being made by Lu Xun's hands again and again. After this, she opens his wish bottle, but the page in it is completely blank. Seeing this, she's a little surprised. How can this be? Lu Xun had written good things for me in this. Just then, Lu Xun arrives, and Chen Wei directly asks him, "You once said that something feels empty in my heart. Were you talking about me?" Lu Xun is surprised. How does she know all this? But he immediately denies it and says, "That's not it at all. If there is any empty space in my heart, it wouldn't be for you." After this, Chen Wei asks him, "When I was in a coma, did you used to come to the hospital to see me and tell me things? Because I had some dreams in which I was in a relationship with someone, and I wished that dream would never end." Lu Xun, evading the question, says, "I used to come to see you because I thought you were our worker, and so it was our duty to take care of you. But I never used to sit by your side and talk about anything. I only studied case-related matters." During this, Chen Wei starts getting calls from Chong, seeing which Lu Xun says, "Go, first talk to your boyfriend and start your life again." And as soon as Chen Wei leaves, we find out that Lu Xun has kept the real wish from the bottle, and it indeed says what had appeared in Chen Wei's dream. In the next scene, when Chen Wei goes to meet Chong, he is talking to her very lovingly and also gives her some gifts. But Chen Wei has no interest in him anymore. She is just listening to his words. Her attention is solely on Lu Xun. After this, Chong asks her, "Can we start a new life together?" She directly refuses him and, giving him a box, says, "All our old memories are in this. I had kept all this safe, but now I am returning it because I want to close your chapter from my life forever." Chong tries to persuade her again and again, but she doesn't listen to any of his words and leaves. After this, Liu Shi and Tianquan are there to pick her up, and they are talking in such a way that it makes Chen Wei smile. She thinks, "These two are talking in exactly the same way as they used to in my dream. This means that the day is not far when these two will also be in a relationship. And this also means that my dreams can turn into reality." On the other hand, Chong is lying alone and sad on the seashore thinking, "I lost Chen Wei in the pursuit of earning money and becoming powerful." After this, when Chen Wei goes home, her mom brings her some special food that was also her dad's favorite. Here, Chen Wei talks to her mom, and in the middle of their conversation, her mom says, "Your dad had only two dreams. One was to travel the whole world and the second was for you to clear the national bar exam." After this, Chen Wei says, "I have seen all this in my dream, and I had also cleared this exam. And for this, Dad had kept a secret gift for me." Hearing this, her mom is surprised. "What, there was a secret gift in the dream too? Only I know about this." And after this, Chen Wei gets up and brings the gift from the same place where she had seen it in her dream, and it is exactly the same gift. Seeing this, she starts to get happy and thinks, "Now I will definitely clear the exam." After this, she goes directly to Lu Xun's house and sees that his house is exactly as she used to see it in her dreams. After this, she says to Lu Xun, "Now I am completely fine, so you can call me back to work." Lu Xun starts to refuse her and says, "Okay, you can work, but not now, because you are not completely well yet. So rest for some time." But Chen Wei starts insisting and says, "You don't know me. I am very smart, so now I don't need much rest." Lu Xun says, "I know you well. You have never been able to clear the national bar exam, and you are talking about being smart." After this, Chen Wei makes a bet. "If I pass the exam this time, then this time you will have to be my personal assistant, not professional, and keep me with you." Lu Xun agrees to this. After this, Chen Wei comes close to him and says, "My exam is in 2 days, so please come with me. Because you got such good marks in your exam, if you come with me, I will get motivated." But Lu Xun says, "Keep some distance from me. I am your boss, not a boyfriend, so you don't need to come so close to me. And besides, on the day of your exam, I have a very important meeting, so I don't have time for useless things. In the next scene, the day of the exam arrives, and that morning Chenwei receives a delivery. But there is no name written on it to say who sent it. In it are some gifts and best wishes for Chenwei. As soon as she sees it, she understands that Lu Xun must have sent it. Even though he acts rude, he is very caring on the inside. After this, when Chenwei goes to take the exam, this time she has overcome her fear, so she takes the exam very well and is confident that she will pass this time. So she comes out happily and tells Liu Shi, "This time I will definitely pass." And at the same time, Lu Xun is also hiding in his car watching all this. And he also gets to know that this time Chenwei's exam went very well, and he also becomes very happy. The next day, Chenwei is having a CT scan, but here again, something strange starts to happen. Her magical ring starts to connect her with her dad, in which her dad says to her, "I am very happy that you went to the past and saw everything again. I had full faith in you that you would handle everything." After this, she also shows him the cap she is wearing and says, "You will see, I will definitely pass." And then her dad says to her, "You have to be the support for your mom and brother. Never forget that." After that, her magical ring shows her another scene, and that scene is related to the future, in which someone is beating Lu Xun in the mountains. Then when she comes out of the dream, she gets very worried. Who is the person who wants to harm Lu Xun? After this, she comes to Lu Xun and asks, "Are you going to the mountains?" He says, "Yes, I have some work there, so I am going." Chenwei also starts insisting on going with him and says, "You said that if I pass the exam well, you will keep me with you as your personal assistant." But Lu Xun does not agree to this. So Chenwei asks him, "Do you have any enmity with anyone?" Lu Xun says, "With an assistant like you, I don't need any enemies." And he also says that if you follow me, you will be a dog. Chenwei stands and thinks, what's wrong with being a dog? They are so cute. So she also goes after him and gets a lift from Lu Shi, and also puts her brother, Chen Chuan, in the car. She says, "From today, you have to be Lu Xun's bodyguard. If anyone tries to harm him, don't spare them." Hearing this, Chen Chuan thinks to himself, maybe she is not completely well yet. That's why she is talking nonsense. First, she herself hated Lu Xun so much, and now she is talking like this. And besides, why would I become his bodyguard? I don't particularly like Lu Xun because he always pesters my sister Chenwei and bosses her around. After this, when Chenwei arrives there, Lu Xun gets angry at her and says, "Why aren't you leaving me alone? Whenever I see you, you are always trying to stick to me." This makes her brother Chen Chuan very angry, and he starts fighting with him. "How can you talk about my sister like that in front of me?" So he starts punching him, and then Chenwei separates them, which causes her to fall down and get hurt. After this, Lu Xun picks her up on his shoulder and starts taking her away. She starts to remember the old memories that she had seen in her dream with Lu Xun exactly like this. After this, Liu Shu tells Chen Chuan, "I have noticed that ever since Chenwei came out of the coma, she has had feelings for Lu Xun." To this, he says, "I knew it, that after waking up from the coma, my sister got a terrible disease." After this, on the way home, Tianwei says to Lu Xun, "I am very tired, so I want to rest my head on your shoulder, so please don't stop me." Lu Xun also doesn't refuse her. A few days later, we see Li Chong, that he has lost the case he was fighting against Lu Xun, and Lu Xun has won this case. So Lan, he gets very angry at him and says, "You have lost this case, so you will have to pay the price for it." And then she starts making him do her personal work like a servant. And then she also makes him realize, "If I hadn't given you the offer, you would still be living in poverty today." And then she mentally tortures him by saying more things. On the other side, Liu Xu and Chen Chuan are competing in a gym with a bet to see who can last longer. Just as Chen Chuan is about to win this bet, Liu Xi starts singing a song in her out-of-tune voice, and Chen Chuan can't stand it at all and has to lose. And in the midst of this, we see that their indirect closeness is increasing a lot. The next day, when Qian Wei goes to the office, she finds out that she has passed her bar exam, so Lu Xun has thrown a party for her. And then Lu Xun, in a moment of emotion, hugs Qian Wei in front of everyone, and everyone laughs a lot, so they both feel very awkward. Just then, the boss comes and announces, Qian Wei is now completely fine, and she has also cleared the bar exam. This means that now Qian Wei is permanent here, and her boss also tells her, Lu Xun knew that you would definitely pass your exam, so he had already got your office card made. Hearing this, Qian Wei starts looking at him, so Lu Xun makes an excuse. "Oh yes, sir, you are saying anything. I didn't do anything like that." And then he makes an excuse and starts to leave. But when Qian Wei follows him, Zixin arrives there, and seeing her after so many days, Qian Wei is very happy. And we see that Zixin has become very successful these days because she used to invest in the film industry, and now she is also going to be their new client. Qian Wei is getting a little jealous seeing all this, because now she has started to truly love Lu Xun and sees Zixin as a competition. The next day, she goes to Lu Xun's cabin and starts drinking his coffee and tries to annoy him. She also says, "Coffee got on my face, so please wipe it off." Lu Xun gives her a tissue paper and says, "I think you need brain surgery now because you've lost it. You're flirting with me like a teenage girl. I know I'm handsome, but don't be so obvious for me that you forget this is an office." After this, he comes close to her and asks, "You said that day that you were in a relationship with someone in your dream. Can you tell me who it was? Who did you see yourself in a relationship with in your dream?" During this, one of their colleagues comes there, and he feels awkward seeing them so close and goes out himself. The next day, Zixin is having a meeting with Lu Xun, so Chen Wei thinks that Zixin has not given up on Lu Xun yet, so she starts eavesdropping on their conversation. But after a while, all three people present there find out that she is trying to eavesdrop on their conversation, so they say to her, "Stop the drama, come inside now." After this, Chen Wei starts making excuses. "I was just passing by here." After this, Zixin notices that Chen Wei is feeling jealous because of me and Lu Xun being together. So she explains to her, "Now I have moved on in my life." But Chen Wei listens to her, but she still doesn't believe her. So she calls her brother, Chen Chuan. Zixin is back, and now she is more beautiful than before, so you should propose to her now. But Chen Chuan says, "I have long forgotten her, so I have no interest in her now." Saying this, he cuts the call. Chen Wei says, "Okay, even if you don't set her up, I won't let her set up with Lu Xun either, and I will remove her from my path." In the next scene, we see Lu Xun's colleague telling him, "I have noticed for a long time that you take great care of Chen Wei, ensuring her salary is not cut and she gets holidays on time. Not only that, now you even look after her treatment and everything. Why don't you just tell her that you love her? Why are you keeping your feelings bottled up inside?" But Lu Xun gets angry and says, "I don't want this kind of love. I don't want her to start loving me just because she sees how much I have done for her. Instead, I want her to feel for me from the depths of her heart and love me." After this, Zixin takes Lu Xun and Chen Wei to her shooting location where a court scene is being filmed. There, the hero and heroine confess their love to each other, and there is also a kissing scene. After this, to show Chen Wei, Zixin deliberately says to her producer, "I am not comfortable doing the scene with the hero right now, so I will first show you this scene with my friend Lu Xun." On which Chen Wei immediately speaks up. "What's this all about? This has a kissing scene, which is very unrealistic. This can't happen at all." So Zixin gets straight to her plan and immediately says to her producer, "Okay, not me, but Chen Wei and Lu Xun will show us a demo." Hearing this, Chen Wei becomes very happy, but she understands that perhaps Zixin has found out that I like Lu Xun, so she is helping me. But then she thinks, why would Zixin help me? She must be doing all this to look good in front of Lu Xun so that she can hit on him later. After this, when Chen Wei does this scene, she gets very close to Lu Xun. He says to her, "You are forcibly trying to take advantage of me." He says all this just for the sake of it. In reality, he is also very happy to be so close to Chen Wei. They are about to do the kissing scene when suddenly something starts to fall on Chen Wei, and Lu Xun quickly saves her. After this, Lu Xun drops Chen Wei at her house, and there Chen Wei finds out that after this, Zixin and Lu Xun are going to go home and discuss a case. Chen Wei gets very worried and says, "I want to go with you guys too." But they say, "Your health is not good, so go home and rest." Saying this, they leave. After this, Chen Wei starts thinking to herself, Zixin and Lu Xun, together at this late hour and that too alone, working. No, I can't give them a single chance to get romantic. So she immediately follows them to their house. They are working with the door closed, but Chen Wei knows the password to Lu Xun's house, so she goes inside. Lu Xun asks her, "How do you know the password?" She says, "I saw this in my dream too." Hearing this, Lu Xun gets very angry with her and says, "Why are you always after me? And what's your problem that you always claim to know about my house and about me? First, you used to create drama in the office, and now you are coming to my house and talking like this." Hearing this, Chen Wei thinks, is this the same caring Lu Xun who loved me so much? After this, Lu Xun scolds her and says, "Get out of your useless dreams." And then he tells her to get out of his house. Chen Wei leaves from there crying. After this, Zixin says to Lu Xun, "When you love her, why are you hurting her so much? Why don't you tell her your feelings? Why are you bothering her so much?" Lu Xun says, "She doesn't love me, so why should I tell her my feelings? She has always loved Li Chong, and I am sure that even now she will go to him crying." But still, Zixin sends Lu Xun after Chen Wei, saying that she is very upset, so please go after her. After this, when Chen Wei reaches her home crying, she notices that Lu Xun is also following her in his car. So she writes something on a paper, throws it at him, and leaves. When Lu Xun opens that paper and reads it, it says, "Lu Xun's assistant." After this, Lu Xun really wants to express all his feelings to her, but while thinking, He tells her everything in his mind. He actually sat by Qianwei's side in the hospital and told her his feelings 1,000 times, one by one. And he also told her that he was the one who donated blood for her dad and also wrote the clarification on her behalf. But I am very sad because I never saw those feelings for me on your face that I saw for Lee Chong on your face. That's why I never confessed my love to you. Because even in college, you only considered me a rival, and even after getting a job, you only considered me your grumpy boss, whom you hate very much. After you woke up from the coma, I was thinking that you would talk to me lovingly. But when I saw you with Lee Chong that day, my heart broke completely. Now you tell me, how could I tell you my feelings? Over there, Qianwei is sitting in her room just remembering him and crying. And downstairs, Lu Xun is waiting for her to sleep. When Qianwei's room light goes off, Lu Xun silently takes his car and leaves. The next day, it spreads in the office that Lu Xun and Qianwei like each other, but both are afraid to express their feelings to each other. Then the scene suddenly changes. Qianwei is secretly watching from a place where Lu Xun and Zixin are sitting together in a restaurant, and Zixin is about to tell Lu Xun her feelings when Qianwei suddenly comes there, puts her hand on her mouth, stops her, and herself tells Lu Xun, "I love you." She says, "Now that I have told you first, you should also tell me your feelings now." And then she finds out that this was just a trap for her, because these people had deliberately done this with Qianwei so that Lu Xun wouldn't have to propose first and Qianwei would tell her feelings first. But what is this? This is just Qianwei's dream that her ring was showing her as she went into the CT scan machine. So Qianwei now understands, my dream always comes true, right? So now I will not let this happen. And now I will not propose to him first. Lu Xun will come and propose to me. In the next scene, Lu Xun says to Qianwei, "Actually, tomorrow I am going to a meeting in a restaurant with Zixin." Qianwei remembers, "Oh, this is the same restaurant that I saw in my dream." So she says to him, "Do whatever you want, even go and marry Zixin, because I am going on a blind date in this restaurant tomorrow." Hearing this, Lu Xun gets very worried. After this, when Qianwei goes to her house, her mom flatly refuses to let her go on a blind date. And when Qianwei checks her mobile, she sees that Lu Xun has provoked her, saying that due to a head injury, your daughter's mind has been adversely affected. That's why she has been obsessed with blind dates ever since. Seeing this, Qianwei angrily replies to Lu Xun from her mom's mobile, "I will soon throw my marriage certificate in your face." And the next day, when Lu Xun goes to the office, he sees that Qianwei comes wearing a sexy red dress today, and she is looking very gorgeous. As soon as another colleague sees her, his nose starts bleeding. After this, Lu Xun tries very hard to stop Qianwei from going on a blind date, but she doesn't listen. So Lu Xun starts following her and tries to convince her in the elevator. Because Qianwei's dress is a bit short, he also tries to make her wear his coat, but she doesn't agree. At the same time, the elevator also opens, and when everyone sees them in this state, they feel very awkward. After this, when Qianwei goes on a blind date, Lu Xun also sits in that cafe to keep an eye on her. And all the boys Qianwei had arranged are all one of a kind. One turns out to be a psycho rap singer, and another tries to sell his products to her. Seeing this, Lu Xun starts laughing a lot and also makes fun of her. But he knows that Qianwei is not going to give up yet, so he meets her mom and gets added to the blind dates group. He messages all the boys and says, "You all should not be interested in that girl, or else I will poke out all your eyes because she is mine only." Seeing this, Qianwei gets very angry, so she goes to his cabin and shouts at him a lot. Lu Xun just gives a slight smile and says, "This is my style, because I just want to see you suffer." On the other hand, we see Lu Shi and Chen Chuan, who have gone to a restaurant. A girl there wanted to propose to someone, so they both start playing music there in an emergency to help her. But Lu Shi gets very depressed because she is not able to play good music. But here Chen Chuan helps her, just like he did in Qianwei's dream. And after this, everything happens the same way, and Lu Shi plays the instrument very well there, and that proposal also becomes successful. After this, when Liu Shi is going home, Chen Chuan runs up to her and straightforwardly says, "I know you are a very straightforward girl, so I am asking you very directly, will you be my girlfriend?" To which Liu Shi says yes to him. In the next scene, Li Chong is looking at flowers on Valentine's Day and remembers Qianwei. So he takes the flowers and decides that even if it's just as a friend, I will definitely give her these flowers. On the other side, Qianwei is on a blind date with another character, and Lu Xun is also sitting beside her watching. But when he sees Li Chong coming with flowers, he thinks that maybe he is coming to propose to Qianwei on Valentine's Day today. So he quickly goes and proposes to Qianwei himself and says, "I know that you have a lot of questions in your mind for me, that I have always wanted only you. So why did I never confess my feelings to you? But it's your fault because you never felt the need to see me. You were always thinking only about Li Chong. and you only considered me your enemy, so I never told you anything. But now, I am confessing my feelings to you. After that, he kisses her there in front of everyone, and then tells her blind date to leave. Chong is watching all this, and this time instead of being sad, he is happy that no matter what, Chen Wei should always be happy. After this, when Zixin finds out about this, she is also very happy for both of them, and a little sad for herself because she still loved Lu Xun, but now she has no hope of getting Lu Xun. So she decides to move on by getting rid of the gift Lu Xun gave her in childhood. In the next scene, Chen Wei goes to Lu Xun's house, and they are both sitting and talking when Lu Xun's parents arrive, so she quickly goes and hides in Lu Xun's cupboard. After this, Lu Xun's parents start going towards his cupboard because they have brought clothes for him. So his mom says, "I will set my son's cupboard with my own hands." But Lu Xun gets very nervous and takes the clothes from his mom's hand and starts setting them himself. But just then, his parents get suspicious that there is a girl inside the cupboard. So when they go there, Chen Wei gets very embarrassed seeing them both. But Lu Xun calms her down and introduces her to his parents very nicely. "This is my girlfriend and also your future daughter-in-law." And after this, Lu Xun's parents start fighting with each other, just like in the dream, about whether our grandson will be a doctor or a judge. In the next scene, Chen Wei takes off her ring and gives it to Lu Xun because she has been having strange dreams lately, so she is scared. After this, we find out that Wang Ruo has not changed at all and is doing a lot of things against the law with Yu Tian. When Lu Xun and Chen Wei find out about this, they start working against them and, in no time, get Wang Ruo arrested. On the other hand, now Lan, he is also very scared of these two because Lu Xun and Chen Wei have now collected all the evidence of all the wrong things she's done so far, and now they are also going to get her arrested. So she says to Li Chong, "These two have made my life miserable, so now I have to get them out of my way." After this, she gives Li Chong a choice. "If you support me in this, I will give you a chance to become even more successful. And if you don't accept my choice, you can resign from here and go." After this, we see Chen Chuan, who is very worried about how he will convince Liu Shi's dad for their relationship because he has heard from Liu Shi several times that her dad is very strict, just like a gangster. So he discusses with his sister, "Give me a good idea so that I can win Liu Shi's dad's heart." So Chen Wei encourages her brother, saying, "You are very good. Be yourself when you meet Liu Shi's dad. I am sure he will not reject you." In the next scene, Li Chong meets Chen Wei and tells her the whole truth about Lan He, that she wants to kill both of you. Hearing this, Chen Wei gets very emotional and says, "I knew that one day you would definitely leave the wrong path and choose the right one." After this, she says, "Even though we are not in a relationship anymore, from now on, we will always be friends with each other. And yes, don't worry about me and Lu Xun at all because we are not afraid of Lan He at all. But I am happy that despite being loyal to Lan He, you thought so much about me and Lu Xun. So I will always remember this." After this, Yu Tian comes to meet Li Chong. This is the same girl who used to like Li Chong in college, because of which she had also tried to defame Chen Wei. Yu Tian asks Li Chong for help, because the police have now found out about all the wrong things she had done with Wang Ruo, because of which the police are after her. So she asks Li Chong to arrange a house for her to stay in, and promises him that from now on, she will never do anything wrong. And she also confesses her feelings to him, "I have only loved you till today." Li Chong does not accept her proposal but does arrange for her to stay. In the next scene, Chen Wei has a dream in which Lu Xun, while saving Chen Wei, himself comes under a car. Seeing this, she gets very worried and looks at her ring, but she notices that she is not even wearing the ring because she had taken off the ring and given it to Lu Xun. So she understands that this dream is not coming to me because of the ring, but because of the CT scan therapy. After this, she doesn't tell anyone about her dream, as if something big is going on in her mind. In the next scene, Lu Xun plans a surprise for Chen Wei and makes her sit in a place and also creates an artificial snowfall because Chen Wei loves snowfall. After this, he also gives her a pair of couple's gloves, and as soon as Chen Wei wears them, there is a ring in it which gets stuck directly on her finger. Chen Wei sees that this is the same ring that I had given to Lu Xun out of fear, but she notices that this time this ring also has a diamond. So she says to Lu Xun, "This is cheating. You forcibly put a ring on my finger. I will not accept this proposal because you should have proposed to me." Lu Xun starts smiling. After this, when everyone is talking in the office, Lan He's call comes on Lu Xun's phone, and Chen Wei quickly answers his call. Lan. He calls Lu Xun to meet at a certain place. This is the same place where Chen Wei had seen the accident happening in her dream, so she understands that she wants to have Lu Xun killed. So Chen Wei makes a decision and says to Lan He, "I will come there instead of Lu Xun, because it is absolutely not acceptable to her that Lu Xun gets even a scratch while she is there." After this, she sits at her house and records a video, and in it, she tells everything. This video message is so that if anything happens to me or if I lose my life, the entire blame will go on Lan He. On the other hand, Qianquan goes to meet Liu Shi's parents. Liu Shi's dad asks him a lot of questions. After that, they realize that Qianquan is not a typical type of boy, but a very simple and innocent person. So they agree to the relationship with Qianquan for their daughter's happiness because they had always wanted such a simple and innocent son-in-law who would never betray their daughter. In the next scene, Lu Xun is preparing to officially propose to Chen Wei because he has heard in the news today that it is going to snow in the city very soon. And Chen Wei had promised him that only when it snows in our city will she say yes to marrying Lu Xun. But on the other hand, Chen Wei is getting ready to meet Lan He with her self-protection. After this, when Li Chong goes to Lan He's office, she is not there, so he gets an idea that Lan He is surely going to harm Chen Wei. So he calls Lan He and requests her, please don't do anything to her. But Lan He says to him, if you want to save her, then come to the place I told you and take her away. Li Chong quickly drives his car and reaches that location because he wants to save Chen Wei at any cost. Over there, Chen Wei is going by bus. Because of her strange dressing, everyone is surprised to see her. After this, Li Chong reaches a cruise and starts looking for Chen Wei everywhere. But just then the cruise starts moving, and then we find out that this is a trick of Lan He to trap Li Chong. And now, poor Li Chong is completely trapped there, and Lan He gets very angry at him and says, do you love Chen Wei so much that you betrayed me for her? You have been loyal to me for so many years, and now you are forgetting everything for that Chen Wei and are planning to trap me. And then she says, if you love Chen Wei so much, then you will have to sacrifice yourself to save her. Li Chong says, okay, you leave her and kill me, because I can do anything for her. Because she is the one who explained the difference between right and wrong to me, and I am proud that a girl like her is my friend. Hearing this, he hugs him, but actually, she is about to wound him, so she says, Chen Wei will be dead in an accident by this time, and now you will also be killed. After that, she stabs him with a knife and throws him into the sea. On the other side, Lu Xun has brought Chen Wei's projector there, so he connects it and starts checking some videos so that he can propose to her properly. But just then, Chen Wei's video also comes up, and he sees everything, so he gets very worried and starts going to her to save her life. After this, Chen Wei reaches the same point where her accident is supposed to happen. She goes there with full protection, and when that car tries to attack her, she keeps trying to avoid it in every way. But when that car is about to hit her for the final time, at the same time, Lu Xun comes there with his car because he has decided that he will collide with that car himself to save Chen Wei. Seeing all this, Chen Wei gets very scared because even though she knows everything, she is unable to change reality. And right before her eyes, both cars collide with each other, and Lu Xun also gets injured, and his leg also gets stuck in his car. So Chen Wei starts trying to get him out. Just then, the rescue team also arrives, and they get Lu Xun out of the car. On the other side, after killing Li Chong, Lan He is preparing to flee the country by sitting in the same cruise. But at this time, she is caught because someone has informed the police. Actually, it is Yu Tian who has informed the police about everything, and she reaches there on time and also saves Li Chong's life. After this, the scene changes and they show us the court scene where the same case is going on. Everyone gives their testimony, and Lan He has very serious allegations against her, which are also proven. After this, Lan He asks Lu Xun, what kind of person are you who is not tempted by money at all? He says, actually, I am also an ordinary person. I also have greed and fear inside me, but whenever I start to stray from the path, I remember the time when I took an oath while becoming a lawyer that I would not do any illegal work, and now I will keep that oath for the rest of my life. After this, when the court's verdict is announced, Lan He is sentenced to 15 years, but Li Chong and Yu Tian had helped the court by providing evidence, so they are sentenced to 6 months. After this, while going to jail, Li Chong apologizes to Lu Xun and thanks Chen Wei for helping him choose the right path. In the next scene, Lu Xun and Chen Wei are getting married, and everyone is busy preparing there. But Lu Xun is just busy looking for his bride. He says, call my bride quickly, I want to marry her soon. And on the other side, our bride is looking very cute like a doll. But just then, Liu Shu comes, and Chen Wei asks her, when are you going to marry my brother? She says, I am very scared of marriage because after marriage, you have children immediately. Now look at yourself. You and your brother were born twins. And suppose if we also get pregnant 3 times, we will have half a dozen children. And it's not in my capacity to handle them. Hearing this, Chen Wei also gets very scared and thinks, if I have so many children, how will I manage my career? Thinking this, she gets very worried. And when she holds her ring, she starts having illusions. She sees that Lu Xun is standing there, and there are many children there. Seeing this, Qianwei gets very worried and wants to go outside and discuss this with someone. But everyone standing there is talking about their children have cute babies soon. Hearing this, she gets even more worried. So she leaves her wedding and runs away from there. Everyone is very surprised. Why did she take this step? On the other side, Qianwei goes and sits in a car. Actually, she wants to go to the hospital again and get her CT scan therapy done and find out how many children she will have in her future. After this, when she sits in the car, she finds out that the driver in front is not a driver, but her groom, Lu Shun. Lu Shun says to her, "You were running away from the wedding, so I thought I would intercept you." After this, he says, "Wherever you go, I will go with you now." And then he explains to her, "You don't need to be too scared about the future. Whatever has to happen will happen, and we will face it together. And no matter how far you run from me, I will marry you and have a child too." Hearing this, Qianwei's mood gets much better, and she starts smiling. After this, we see a scene from many years later where Qianwei and Lu Shun are living their lives happily as a happy couple. And then we find out that the children Qianwei had seen in her dream are the children of all the people in the apartment, and among them are also the children of Liu Shi and Qian Chuan. Now Liu Shi has become very sensible, so she doesn't get annoyed by children at all. In fact, she can't live without her children now. And on the other side, Qianwei also looks very happy with her children. And after this, another of her dreams comes true when Lu Shun gives her the golden showpiece, just as she had seen in her dream. After this, Qianwei notices that Lu Shun has made her whole life very good, so she goes and hugs Lu Shun. And with their hug, the drama ends.